Was one of America's most notorious domestic terrorists a product of a secret government experiment? The story of Ted Kaczynski, better known as the Unabomber, is one of genius, isolation, and violence. But beneath it lies a chilling question: did the CIA have a hand in shaping him into the man who terrorized the nation? Before he became the infamous Unabomber, Ted Kaczynski was a prodigy. Born in 1942, he excelled academically, skipping grades and earning a scholarship to Harvard at just 16 years old. But it was at Harvard where his path took a dark turn. During his time at Harvard, Kaczynski participated in a psychological study led by Dr. Henry Murray, a renowned psychologist with ties to government-funded research. This wasn't an ordinary study. Kaczynski and other students were subjected to a series of brutal psychological experiments designed to test their mental resilience. Participants were asked to share their deepest beliefs and personal philosophies, only to have them systematically attacked and mocked in a series of demeaning interrogations. Some researchers and historians argue that these experiments were part of MKUltra, a covert CIA program focused on mind control, psychological manipulation, and interrogation techniques. MKUltra was a series of clandestine experiments conducted by the CIA during the Cold War. Its goal? To explore the limits of the human mind and develop methods to control it. From drug experiments with LSD to psychological torture, MKUltra's shadow looms large over many historical figures, including Ted Kaczynski. While there's no direct evidence linking the Harvard experiments to Kaczynski's later actions, many argue that his exposure to such intense psychological abuse may have contributed to his descent into isolation and extremism. After leaving Harvard, Kaczynski pursued a promising academic career but abruptly abandoned it to live off the grid. Over the next decades, he carried out a series of bombings, targeting individuals and institutions he believed were advancing industrial society, a society he viewed as inherently destructive. The question remains, was Kaczynski's transformation into the Unabomber purely the result of personal choices and ideology? Or did his experiences at Harvard, and potentially the CIA's involvement, plant the seeds of violence? Some argue that the psychological toll of the experiments pushed him over the edge. Others caution against blaming external factors, emphasizing Kaczynski's personal responsibility for his crimes. Ultimately, the truth about the CIA's potential role in shaping the Unabomber may never be fully known. But what's undeniable is the ethical gray area of programs like MKUltra and the lasting impact they've had on individuals and society. What do you think? Was Ted Kaczynski a genius turned madman by his own ideology? Or was he a product of shadowy experiments gone wrong? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.